Thank you. This is Monty, once again from DPL Surveillance Equipment. We're a full-service surveillance and security equipment company. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties in all the products. We have 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. We have perhaps the largest inventory of items that not only can you buy, but you can rent or layaway as well. And we have a humongous video library. You can go to our video library and watch us demonstrate various bug detectors, Nanny cameras, GPS trackers, audio bugs, etc., etc. And if it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm wiping my car down. I'm one of the old school type of individuals who doesn't mind going out to his car or cars and wiping them down, okay? It's for me, it's like a form of therapy. I go out and wipe my car down, my wife's car down, and I get a chance to relax and contemplate and think about what I'm doing, where I'm going, am I making progress and all that, as compared to hiring some idiot who's not going to do as good a job and personalized job as I will. At the same time, as I mentioned, it's an opportunity to gather your thoughts and contemplate and reflect on where you are, where you're going, and whether or not you're getting anywhere at all. Sometimes we don't do enough contemplation and reflection, and we can't quite figure out whether or not we're making progress or not. That's because I think we don't get away from the forest enough to look at the trees and look from a perspective that allows us a greater field of view. So, yeah, sometimes you may want to try it out. Wipe your car down, clean it up, do the windows, and see where you are in life. Why you're doing this? Where are you in life? Are you accomplishing anything? If not, why not? And just take a subjective view or objective view and see what's going on in your life or in your business, etc., etc. Now that we got that out of the way, we have anti-terrorist products, by the way. That includes narcotics detectors, X-ray baggage scanners, explosive detectors, and we've started renting out X-ray baggage scanners, particularly, for people who don't want to buy or necessarily keep the X-ray baggage scanners. We are renting them out, so give us a call. We'll give you a quote for renting X-ray baggage scanners on a temporary basis. Give us a call, 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. And by the way, this particular session is focused around spurring the economy, boosting the economy, creating economic activity. Okay. Unfortunately, we're in the economic environment right now. We're in a particular weak economic environment that's barely growing at 2%. We're not even getting close to 3%. We're struggling to get 2% economic growth. And for a lot of people, that means that you're going to be struggling if you're not already, and a lot of you are, and you are. So you're struggling right now to make ends meet. A lot of self-employed people just don't have the customers coming in the door, going to their websites, purchasing the products, taking advantage of the services. There's just not a whole lot going on. The savings rate is abysmal. The amount of money invested in working capital or the amount of money invested in capital, equipment for businesses is just dismal. That's because there is no demand. And one of my ideas has to do with economic activity that we're depriving ourselves of. There's the cryptocurrency space, and you guys heard me talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies blockchains, etc., etc. That's pretty much a new industry that's spurring economic activity, particularly outside the United States. Right now, the United States government has its head up its ass, and it's not quite sure what kind of animal, what kind of beast Bitcoin is. Okay, it's a fucking chameleon. That's what it is. It's subject to change. It's subject to be defined in different ways depending on how you look at it. It's like the blind man, 10 blind men looking at an elephant or feeling at various parts of the elephant. Of course, they're going to describe different things because they're blind. And the United States government is like the blind man trying to describe the elephant. Depending upon where you are and what you're touching, it's going to seem like a different animal. But it's not. It's an elephant, okay? And what we need to realize in the United States is this is an opportunity waiting to happen. Forget about the idiots who talk about drug smuggling, money laundering, and child porn. Most of us know, and most of the more intelligent people who work for the law enforcement agencies, they know that you don't put a fucking illicit transaction on the blockchain where it becomes publicly available for any idiot who could do analytics to determine where it's coming from, where it's going, and how much was spent or something. Most criminals know better than that. Okay, politicians and different people may not know, but most intelligent people know that that's not the first place you go when you want to hide transactions. You don't go to a fucking public ledger to put the transaction there. You go through Bank of America. You go through HSBC. You go through Wells Fargo and those guys, UBS, whatever. You go through those financial institutions, and those guys are so desperate, they'll take money from anyone to do any type of transaction. It doesn't matter. So where I'm going with this is simply that when you take a look at what people in the crypto world are doing with their money, when you invest a certain amount of money in cryptocurrency, for instance, and there's a lot of people who are becoming millionaires and multimillionaires in this space, they want to go out and buy expensive cars. They want to go out and start businesses. They want to go out and employ people. Okay, I don't care if it's just housekeepers or gardeners and landscapers. We want to go out and we want to do things that just happen to spur a chain reaction, a domino effect of economic activity. In other words, if I make $100,000 in profit or $1 million, I'm going to have to spend it in the real economy. I want to buy cars, I want to buy houses, I want to do things, travel. There's all sorts of benefits when people spend that money. Shipping companies, FedEx, UPS, post office, carpenters, electricians, real estate brokers, everybody gets an opportunity to benefit from the increased economic activity brought on by people in the cryptocurrency space who are spending money. Okay? So we want to take a look at probably a moratorium on taxation, mainly because the people at the IRS and the Justice Department and all these idiots who think that they understand what they're regulating, they really don't. So until we get a better idea of what this is all about, let's produce some economic activity. Donald Trump and those guys think that they are going to reach a 3, 4, 5% GDP while he's bogged down in every type of allegation from you name it. He's getting it from all sides, and this is an issue where he's not going to be able to move forward on anything anytime soon, because every time he opens his mouth, he has to postpone or delay or put off some of the more critical things that we need to take care of in this country. So we're wasting a lot of time with those idiots. So what we need to do is let the brakes off of Bitcoin, let the brakes off of the cryptocurrency industry, let's see what we can do with the blockchain. Let's track inventory. Let's track food production and distribution. Let's put medical related information on the blockchain. Let's take advantage of the encryption and the power of making sure that we have the ultimate in privacy and security. The last time I checked, no one has been able to hack Bitcoin to the extent of taking the working capital. The market cap of Bitcoin is probably $30 billion, depending on when you value it. $30 to $40 billion. The aggregate amount is probably at its height was $110 billion. Okay, if that weren't secured by a very sophisticated protocol and form of security, then it would have been gone a long time ago. Okay, so we need to put more on the blockchain, use the encryption, protect the data records, protect the credit card related information. Visa, MasterCard, and those guys are idiots. They're not protecting data. They're extracting financial resources from the economy. That 50, 60, 70 billion dollars revenue that Visa and MasterCard and American Express and Discover, that is working capital that could be better utilized by business owners and such. Okay, so you younger people coming up, just understand that the older people have their heads so far up their asses, they don't even realize how much impediments they're putting in front of the people who are trying to make it, trying to earn an honest living. So make sure you understand that these new innovations, the cryptocurrencies, blockchains, etc., the programmable money, that's where we need to go. We need to unleash the power of creativity, unleash the power of cryptocurrencies and those people who are working on it, and make a much level playing field. I think the old school gray hairs are really afraid that the transition of wealth is going to harm them, as if they need more money. It's not going to harm you, okay? Once you get so much fiat wealth that these idiots have accumulated, you don't need any more. That's why their main bit of excitement comes not from more wealth, but control of power, the exercise of power. So we need to take that away from these idiots, transfer that into the younger generations of people coming up, and let's see if we can focus more on things that are sustainable, things that are actually beneficial to society and everyone else. At least the people who are going to be contributing positively, as compared to those people who are main job is to separate money from hard-earned citizens who are who are trying to make it and working hard every day. Okay, there's no reason why we should have so many people who are trying to take their hard-earned money, go to the grocery store, go to the gas station, and end up basically with nothing at the end of the day. That shouldn't happen, particularly in developed countries, any country. So let's try to remember that this is an opportunity given to us. Every once in a while, civilization is given these gifts, and they can go forward with it and benefit from it, or they can screw it up. And they'll look back and they'll say, we got some sort of neat technology way back when, 2008 or something. And what do? We try to put it in a bottle, throw it right back into the ocean and get rid of it, because we couldn't quite figure out whether or not we're intelligent enough to take advantage of it and use it beneficially. So this is one of those opportunities. And right now it seems to be a major threat to the way of thinking for a lot of people. But we need to get past that. Had to let some idiot go by on a motorcycle. So, yeah, let's break in activity. Put a moratorium on this taxation of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Let the entrepreneurs, let the investors spend money, stimulate the economy, hire people, buy houses, buy cars, boats, yachts, Lamborghinis, whatever the fuck they want to buy. But the economic activity is going to trickle down and stimulate the economy. And at the same time, give us an opportunity to open the floodgates for the immigrants, the big thinkers, the people who are motivated, the people who are ambitious, to come to the United States, start more businesses, expand the industry. And at some point, we can figure out what to do with the taxation system. Right now, it's too onerous, it's too bureaucratic, it's too massive. Okay, 23,000 pages or something of tax code. Only an idiot would think that that's going to ultimately help the situation as compared to hurting the situation. Okay, so let's see. My battery's getting low. I still have a little bit of cleaning to do, but the battery's getting low. Man, let's see. It's not too bad. But anyway, I just published an article not long ago talking about how Visa is feeling a little bit of the pressure right now. Visa is actually paying merchants up to $10,000 to not accept cash. Okay, so that kind of tells me, when you read between the lines, it kind of tells me that they're afraid of the impending threat from the cryptocurrencies and such. Okay, when you have to bribe merchants to only accept debit and credit cards and get locked into that system, that kind of tells me somebody is scared. Somebody's going on the defense. So I think we're making progress, you guys, in the crypto space. We're making good progress. Visa, MasterCard, and even today I was reading how Citibank is trying to offer more incentives to its premium customers of its particular premium cards. Okay, I can't remember what specific card, but in the Wall Street they're talking about trying to give more rewards or special treatment or something to individuals who use a certain type of premium credit card through Citibank, okay, one of their cards. So all of this kind of reminds me of what happens when you feel threatened, when you feel like, there's some alternative form of payment or alternative form of transacting that these banks are afraid of, okay? They start doing all sorts of things to position themselves to try and get prepared for the impending avalanche of economic activity spurred on by Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is going through a transition. Around August 1st, we're going to be enhancing the Bitcoin protocol to take advantage of faster transactions, lower fees, more features and benefits, more capabilities, greater form of security and privacy. A lot of that's going to be implemented around August 1st. You're going to hear names like Segwit, Lightning Network, BIP, this and that. All they're referring to is the upgrade of Bitcoin itself to make it more resilient, more of a threat, more difficult to shut down. But a lot of speculators and traders and idiots who are in the market for all the wrong reasons are getting afraid, and they're panicking and they're selling. But learn from history, learn that when most people are afraid and most people are panicking, that's when the true investors, the true wealth creators are going to go in there and they're going to buy everything imaginable. I sold a little bit of my SEP IRA from Fidelity because it wasn't performing good at all. And I'm getting older and I need to beef up my returns on my retirement accounts to take advantage of the idea that we're going to need more money, not less money. So if I screw around with Fidelity long enough, I'm not going to have, me and my wife, we're not going to have very much money at all. So we're investing in what we believe in, and that is more beneficial than just investing in, corporate America, who's going to be doing the same old shit, polluting the environment, ravaging resources in Africa, ignoring the things that we need to do to be more responsible citizens of the planet. So that's not helping us. So we're trying to separate our money and ourselves from people, corporations, governments who aren't doing what we feel represents who we are and where we're going. So, yeah, at some point in your life, you have to go with who you are, what you believe in, and put your money where your mouth is. Otherwise, you just aiding and abetting the idiots who are going to be doing more of the same, ravaging, extorting wealth from the underprivileged people, all of that. Okay, so we don't need any more of that in our lives. So we're separating ourselves from that, and the money is going to be more and more building up our Bitcoin portfolio. We've got probably 8 or 9 different positions in the cryptocurrency space, including Bitcoin and Litecoin and some of the others, and that's what we believe in, and that's what we want to represent going forward, because it looks like the United States government and various governments, central bankers, etc., all around the world are definitely not going to be looking out for our best interests. Not that they ever have been, but it doesn't look like we're going to affect the type of change working with those idiots. So at some point you got to starve the beast, take the resources away from them, put your financial resources in something that's going to be more beneficial. Vote with your wallets, in other words. Put your money into things that you believe in. Stop feeding the beast, starve the beast. Hopefully the beast will die soon enough and quickly, because right now we're just wasting a lot of time with these idiots. And I followed, studied, researched Federal Reserve, economic activity for a long, long time. And everything is pointing to the idea that that the system is just self-destructing, imploding, and there's going to be a lot of people who get hurt and are hurting right now. We don't even have to use the term going to anymore, because this shit is falling apart, right? And has fallen apart for a lot of people. And the working stiff zombies who are ignoring what's going on are really feeling the pain, because they just go back and forth to work, hoping that, this next paycheck is going to make the difference, and the next paycheck, and the next paycheck. But they don't realize, look, the purchasing power is gone. Okay, the system is corrupt. It's bankrupt. It's imploding. Your dollars are, worthless. So I'm not quite sure how they expect to make anything happen, when the whole basic and fundamentals of the monetary system that you're trying to cooperate with is totally self-destructing and has been rendered useless a long, long time ago. So, anyway, I'm going to cut this short, but remember, we're making progress in the cryptocurrency space, because I'm seeing MasterCard and I'm seeing Visa and I'm seeing Citibank. Again, they're going on the defensive. They're trying to pay people to not use cash and equivalents and bitcoins and cryptocurrencies and such. They're trying to force merchants to use their debit and credit cards, and Citibank and American Express and Visa and Mastercard. All of them are on the defense now, and that's good. That's a good sign. So even though prices and market capitalizations in the cryptocurrency space, even though it's declining, don't let that distract you. Stay committed. Stay focused. You're going to be part of this new paradigm going forward. And very seldomly do you get this opportunity. But you will look back and you'll say, like the internet, when it first was evolving, certain people got involved early, participated in it, made a difference, and reaped the rewards. If you want to be able to say that, you have to stay with the game. You guys, give me a call if you have any need for surveillance or security equipment, counter surveillance, trackers, listening devices, etc. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Okay? Have a good day. Thanks. Take care.